When I was 3, I broke my leg. I was trying to fly, and I broke my leg. Much later, I went to a body worker. Here, check this out. You can still see a scar, I think. I don't know if you can see that right there. They actually drilled a hole through my leg. A little scar there. They put a pin through that leg. And the funny thing is, I mean, I was knocked out when they did that, of course, but I vaguely remember it. You know, in Scientology, they teach that anytime you're unconscious, everything that's talked about around you goes to this really deep level. When I was young, my dad had an RV, and on the side of the house, it wouldn't fit under the awning thing, so he had it dug out down. There was a slope. It was maybe about, like that tall. Wasn't that? I mean, it was just a slope. And we would run. I mean, I was 3 at the time. I didn't have a big wheel. Later, we'd run, ride our big wheels around and stuff. But my sister made a kite, and I think she told me that I could fly the kite, but I think I was wearing cowboy boots at the time, and I really don't know, and I definitely don't want to blame her, but I think she might have said I could fly. She would have been 5, But so I ran with my boots right off that slope, and I looked back and I slipped and I broke my femur. Like, I broke this bone here, the big one. And so I was in traction. I was laying down with my foot up in the air for, it was like 2 months I was in a cast, I think. And as a 3-year-old, I was a little cutie, and all the nurses loved me. And, I was fed morphine. And they'd put it in, I'd have some, well, in the Midwest they call it pop soda, like a can of soda. And I remember this purple cow on the can of grape soda, and they'd have a little Dixie cup, and they'd apparently put the morphine in there and then pour a little bit there. They'd be like, okay, drink this, and then you can have the whole can. So drink it. Must have made me pretty stoned, but I suppose I got addicted, because the story goes, when I got back home, I said, I want some pop, and my parents were like, oh, we don't have any, we'll pick some up at the store. I'd get like, I want it now. So, I think my family felt a little guilty about that, and I never consciously worked that, because I healed up just fine, but I think my mom felt a little guilty because she was inside while my sister and me were outside playing on the driveway, and I think maybe my dad somehow felt guilty because he had that slope there, and I think my sister ultimately maybe felt guilty because she was the one who made the kite. I mean, I love my sister. I really wouldn't trade her for the world. But, you see how this finger here is, kind of wonky? That was actually closed in a door one time. My older sister and myself, we were young, but we were fighting, and I don't know if I wanted the front seat or what it was, but I put my hand in the door jamb, knowing that she was about to slam that door. But I was young, and she did, and it was caught in there. I was like, bah, 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 bah. Oh, man. It's so weird, because with siblings, it's like you traumatize one another. And then you grow up, and it's like, hopefully everybody gets along okay. Like my little brother, there was this children's magazine called Highlight. I think it's called Highlights, something like that. But to get you to subscribe, they'd send you a sheet of smiley face stickers. And I claimed the big one. The big one was this big. And I was up the street playing at a friend's house, and my brother came to get me for dinner or something like that. And he knocks on, and I see him with that sticker. He had scribbled all over it, and he was wearing it on his chest. I was so mad. I ran after him. He slammed the door and locked it, and I punched it. The screen door had glass, and it shattered and got a piece of glass in his eye. It was bad, because he could have lost his eye over that, over a fucking sticker. A sticker. It's totally off subject, but in high school I had a friend, Dan Massinio, and a friend, Casey Cahoy. And they had gone to grade school together, and they were into stickers, scratch and stickers. All this. Well, Danny, convinces mom to take him to Omaha from Lincoln, which is like it's like an hour basically to get up there. So Casey Coy had told Danny that there was a place in Omaha called Sticker World, had every sticker you could ever want, and they were so into stickers. Danny begged and begged his mom to take him up there, and they drove around an entire day looking for Sticker World, which never existed. And Danny's mom she'd get a little feisty. She was a pretty feisty lady, and Casey Coy, I'm gonna kick his ass or something. I don't remember, but I mean, that was well before high school when I knew them. But